I'm on the what I think is the Wuchang River Canal. Let's see. If I follow it up here, I've got it labeled Wuchang River City Moat. Yeah, it's the same thing. I came from the Daguanyuan City Wall Museum. It's more of a water gate. Past the Yulin Hospital and Capital Medical College. And now I want to head up towards a couple. There's a park here. And there should be a couple art museums, but I'm not sure. And then up towards the mosque, Cow Street Mosque. And I'll have lunch at the Hui Muslims from Nangxia province. There's about 200,000 of them in Beijing. They run restaurants for the most part. Alright. I think they're charging admission for this one. Tourist information. Beijing Museum of Red Chamber Culture and Art. $7:30 to 5:30. Maybe it's closed. That sign looks like it's closed. Great, wonderful. Beijing Grand View Garden, built on the Dream of Red Mansions. They ham up that Dream of Red Mansions book in Beijing, I guess because it's set here. When you go up to Prince Kong's mansion, the Kong is mansion, the guy's name was Kong. So when you go to the Kong, they say that was the inspiration for Dream of Red Mansions. Top 40 tourist attractions in China. Top 16 sites in New Beijing, huh? Built for the imperial consort Chia Yuan Chun's visiting her family. It's in China. It's a repeat of the same thing we just looked at. Pavilions, Grand View Garden Theater, Banquet Hotel. Well, we'll take a walk through it. See if there's any Boguan. Grand View Garden, huh? Boguan. No Boguan. No Boguan. I usually say Boguan, and they say no Boguan. Let's see. Is it free to just enter here? What's a ticket for? I see English underneath it. You can see the hospital there, I think. Beijing Museum of Red Chamber Culture and art ticket office. You pay the money, you'll see the Daguanyuan. $40 RMB. This is an expensive one. $30, $40. Student? Hello. Hey. Student? Thank you. 谢谢。Half price. That saved me 20. That'll pay for lunch. Hells yeah, motherfucker. Secluded retreat. Not a big fan of Chinese gardens. Japanese gardens, not Chinese. Japanese landscape art and fine art in general. Fine and decorative art is looks like they got a ball in his mouth. I like that. I love that. Hey! Let's knock it to the other side. Oi! Gotta go. Get it. Yeah, got it. Makes you wonder how they get it in there. Hello. Thank you. Now I've been validated. I feel better about myself. I've been validated. These parks are a lot better if you smoke weed than walk around. Studio of Autumn Freshness. I'll follow the signs for the toilet because that can only lead to good things. Yucca. The yucca's blooming. Blimey, the yucca's blooming. Ow. Sharp. We've got a nice lotus pond over there. Lotuses are past their prime though, unfortunately. You hear jazz. Third young lady of the Chia family, Chai Tan Chun. Residence. Plain trees and autumn wind. Lady Dowager through first supper banquet. Kitty catto. I see little kitty catto. Psst, 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 psst. Kitty, 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 kitty. I play the sax too. And Dream of Red Mansions. I haven't read it. I don't speak Chinese or read it, but a little bit. But it's about a declining, I think a Qing era aristocrat. I don't know if there's any lotuses hanging on here. They's all done for the season. I missed it. I went to Europe for the high summer. Northern Europe's the way to go in the high summer. You don't want to be there anytime else. You can help it. Do do do. Stone garden. You got a little stone garden here. So I don't know if there's a museum per se in here or what. Daguanyuan. That's my ticket from earlier. Let's see, where's the other one? What did I do with the other one? After she stamped it. There it is. Bamboo Lodge, Happy Red Court. I don't see no Daguanyuan. No Daguanyuan. Have a lake though. Just kind of wander around here. I could do with a real map of the area. It's noon on a Sunday, huh? This time yesterday I just gotten to Tiantan. I ain't seen nothing yet. I think the lake is this way. People be smoking ciggies in this park. I took my mask off. People be smoking cigaretto. Cigarillos. Cigarillos. You ever see cigarillos, or like tiny little cigars? They look like they're those things that he smoked in those Western movies. Clint Eastwood. Special place. My Delilah. Lotus Fragrance Anchorage. Homes Compose, Chrysanthemum with the Young Ladies, Crab Banquet, Dowager's Succulent Banquet this year. Evil spirits can only travel in straight lines, so you gotta zigzag your path. I also thought they couldn't cross water, so I never understand why the bridges have to be zigzag. I guess if they can't cross the water, they could still go over the bridge. That's the idea. The bridge doesn't count, so Reed Snow Cottage. Look at this lovely water. A bright jade green hue. Well, I won't ruin this with a lot of talking. The Illusory Land of the Great Void. Grand View Garden Theater, Red Mansion Banquet Hotel. That's what it is, a hotel. The Empress Dowager. Well, I hope I can go out the north exit at least. Grandview Tower, House of Reunion. It's weird. It says a lot, but it really doesn't say anything. You know? Sometimes the translations can be weird like that. You're like, oh, I'm glad they have English, but then you're like, what did I really get out of that? I have to admit, there's some water pitchers in case of fire. Grab water and from it. I do have to admit that the architecture seems slightly tacky for a lot of Chinese places. Models. Look at these dunces. We'll send them to the countryside for re-education. Looks like more action's going on this side. The crane and the deer. Crane standing over little mountains. What do you call that miniature style of rock garden with trees in a big dish? Theater stage. I dream of red mansions. Model. Grand View Garden, historical stories and culture. Daguanyuan. It would be so much better if I could pull up an interactive map of Beijing for all the stuff to see and do. And then instead of having to like flip through guidebooks, even the electronic versions of guidebooks tend to be pretty retarded. You do area by area, touch it, and it would pop up with a little article. And you could expand or contract sections of it. If you're just reading it to see what it's about, you don't need all the jazz about the location. So you have like a little synopsis, and then you'd already know the location because you'd be touching it. You have little icons to show you whether it's a park or what, you know, temple. Be so much smarter. Like, it takes such an investment to walk around with all this stuff. You like barely crack it the whole time I walk around with it. It's like useless because it's so annoying to flip through. Yet it's actually easier than using the digital version on a little tiny phone. Wonder if the iPhone 6 Plus, they announced it a few days ago, will be better if I want to like read the electronic books, which are basically just digitized versions of books. Stupid! Let's take this fucking book, 1,000 pages. I'll just throw it up there for you to read on your little tiny phone. Done. Now we'll charge you twice. Okay. How about you make it interactive, like a map that I can zoom in and out on and touch icons and find out information as I'm walking. Fuck you, we're not doing that. No admittance. Can I get out of here? I want to leave the Grand View Garden. I've had enough. I'm fed up. I've been fed up for years with this place. This is the last straw. You'll never know what you will see around the next corner. Gotta be close to getting out of here. Please tell me I'm out. I'm close. If I have to make a loop around, it'll just about kill me. I'll never survive. Looks like it's more of the same. I'm getting bored here. I'm going around half the garden now. Looks like it doesn't end. Dress up. It's fun to play dress up and get your picture taken in the garden. Rayon. Wear the finest rayon cloth. Unvasa of red chamber culture and art. (7:30 to 5:30). Maybe it's closed. That sign looks like it's closed. Great, wonderful. Beijing Grand View Garden, built on the Dream of Red Mansions. They ham up that Dream of Red Mansions book in Beijing, I guess because it's set here. When you go up to Prince Gong. I'm on the, what I think is the Wuchang River Canal. Let's see. If I follow it up here, I've got it labeled Wuchang River City Moat. Yeah, it's the same thing. It came from the Liaoyuan City Wall Museum. It's more of a water gate past the Yulin Hospital and Capital Medical College. And now I want to head up towards a couple. There's a park here, and there should be a couple art museums, but I'm not sure. And then up towards the mosque, Cow Street Mosque. And I'll have lunch at the Hui Muslims from Nangxia province. There's about 200,000 of them in Beijing. They run restaurants for the most part. Prince Kong's mansion, the Gong Kong. Gong is mansion, the guy's name was Kong. So when you go to the Gong Kong, they say that was the inspiration for Dream of Red Mansions. Top 40 tourist attractions in China. Top 16 sites in New Beijing, huh? Built for the imperial consort Chia Yuan Chun's visiting her family. All right. I think they're charging admission for this one. Tourist information. Beijing Museum of